I would like to kick off this large and long ceremony with some introductory words by the Executive Chairman of the World Business Angels Investment Forum, Mr. Baybars Altuntas. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, dear Kevin. Dear Croatian Presidents, Her Excellency Kolinda Grabar-Kitarovic, His Excellency Ivo Josipovic, dear Macedonian President, Professor George Ivanov, His Excellency Antonio Santos, the former Education Minister and Deputy Prime Minister of Portugal, Her Excellency Professor Hikmet Bajrami, Finance Minister of Kosovo, His Excellency Manuel Gonzalez, ex-Minister of Foreign Affairs of Costa Rica, dear Rector Poldone, dear faculty members, dear media members, dear angel investors, startups, entrepreneurs, and dear guests. It is a great honor for the World Business Angels Investment Forum to have you in this important day and ceremony today. As a matter of fact, I think we all have to thank to Mr. COVID because Mr. COVID accelerated our response to the first century by creating this digital business school to create more equal opportunity all over the world, as a matter of fact. You know, WBAF has three main missions. Easing access to finance for entrepreneurs, increasing digital inclusion, and promoting gender equality. It is a great honor, by the way, to have Her Excellency Kolinda Grabar-Kitarovic for her leadership for the Global Women Leaders Committee of the WBF. Thank you very much, Madam President. And after Mr. COVID started traveling around the world, we revised our mission, and we understood that more important than digital financial inclusion is digital inclusion. Unfortunately, today, after COVID issue in pandemic times, in many countries, we know that many students, for example, don't have access to digital tools. They don't have internet, they don't have digital tools to follow online education. So online education is, of course, very important. Online health services, online financial services, but more important than this is the digital infrastructure. So I think now coming years will be very important for public and private partnerships for PPP projects. Digital infrastructure will come from public power and entrepreneurship to develop innovative innovative solutions for citizens will come from entrepreneurs. So what we are doing here is to give our own response to COVID-19, and we established the WBA Business School to create more equal opportunity for everybody in the world. But we also need the support of public industry to increase the digital access tools for everybody. This will be very helpful in our mission to create more educated startups, entrepreneurs for industries. Dear presidents, ministers, I graduated from Faculty of Education. So this became very helpful, as a matter of fact, while establishing this school. And my focus was in the fourth year on developing tests. Reliability, objectivity, and validity of tests were very important for me when I was 22 years old. So it is now again important for me because we developed a team to test the competencies of entrepreneurs, of investors, to make better entrepreneurial projects. Return of investment is very important for entrepreneurs, for investors, and for economies. Startup economy is now the leading words of almost every countries in the world, because new jobs, more social justice, new wealth are coming as a result of a good working startup economy. So digitally, as a matter of fact, we have to start thinking about how we can benefit from the new post-pandemic. I don't know when we will start talking, meeting with post-pandemic environment, but let's say pandemic environments where Mr. COVID pushed us. I think education industry is a good industry that we will now share more multicultural environment very easily. As you see, even in this meeting, from Croatia to Kosovo to Turkey to the Netherlands to Macedonia to Luxembourg to Costa Rica to Mexico, I mean, almost all corners of the world are able to meet now in 1 minute in the same platform and share experiences, and they share their insights from their countries and regions. This is a great opportunity. By the way, digital tools like Zoom, for example, also created a big opportunity for education industry. Anyone now who wants to learn something doesn't have to speak English. Why? Because Zoom developed a new system. By the way, I'm not an investor of Zoom. I mean, I'm sharing this with all my good intention. Zoom developed a translator system, and even you don't speak English, you can join a classroom of WBAF, for example, and with your translator, and you can at the same time follow the lesson through your translator simultaneously. So can you imagine you are teaching in English and there are 20 students and each of them are coming from another region of the world. One of them is speaking Spanish, other one Arabic, other one Turkish, other one so this environment is now very possible, and everybody at the same time is able to benefit from the knowledge. I think this is a big transition in the education industry in the world, and this is creating a real equal opportunity in the world. And language is not now a barrier in front of learners if they really want to learn. So WBF Business School wanted to benefit from this digital transformation. As a matter of fact, I think WBF Business School is a good sample for a digital, for adapting institutions to digital transformation era. And I am thanking so much to Dr. Done, Paul Done, rector of the business school, for carrying his vision as a digital and business transformation personality. He was the CEO of Turk Telecom, one of the biggest companies in Turkey. Thousands of people were working under him until last year. And now he dedicated himself to transfer his know-how to new generations. And his expertise area is the business transformation area. So we are very lucky to have such kind of a rector. Because I'm sure from the smallest companies to the biggest companies, every company, every entrepreneur, every startup, scale up, high growth businesses, even governments need business transformation skills for post-pandemic environments. The school has a unique opportunity for learners. Why? Because in the school, we are going to assign an individual advisory board, including 3 people, 1 coach, 1 mentor, 1 consultant. So this individual advisory board is going to support each learner from 3 different ways while giving coaching, consulting, and mentoring issues. I think this is also very important and very unique in the world. Yes, we are going to run all courses online, but we will also meet in every 6 months in person during the stock exchange meetups and study trips organized by the school. We are going to meet at the London Stock Exchange group, then Johannesburg Stock Exchange in South Africa, then Sao Paulo Stock Exchange, then Bangkok Stock Exchange. And after meeting there, we are going to make some study trips to know what is happening in different regions of the world for entrepreneurship and innovation. Corporate Governance and SME Support Center of the school will support industries by connecting them with the best talented human resource. We believe that WBA Business School will present the best talent to industries, and it will also provide global internship programs for the graduates and participants of the school. Next month, we are planning to make another opening ceremony for the WBF UK publication house, and we are going to follow the course books of the WBA publication house. 28 books on entrepreneurship, innovation, and angel investment are ready, and next in coming weeks they will be available on amazon.co.uk. We developed an excellent learning management system for our lecturers and also for our learners. It is working very well. We practiced it a few weeks ago during our QBS Plus course for Thailand's National Science and Technology Development Agency. And now also we are practicing it with the entrepreneurship course in Bahrain. All graduates will be the members of Alumni Association, and we will also organize online homecoming days. We want to create a sustainable, lifelong relationship with participants of the course. And lastly, our team is now developing an WELT score, which is English for entrepreneurship competency. This test will be given to all participants to understand their communicative English level in English, if they can follow the courses very well, or if they are ready to make their investment teachings to investors in English. The next, the first the term will start on 17th of March in 2021, almost 1 month after our next Congress, World Congress. The qualified angel investor course and qualified startup course and certified startup assessor course. These 3 courses have been now scheduled for 17th of March. All other courses will be scheduled around these dates. I think it will be great to follow the emails and messages from social media. By the way, I have an surprise. If our participants decide to register until 31st of December, we want to organize a free QBAC investment readiness course for them. So it will be our contribution to their education life at the WBA Business School. We have a great team. For example, Her Excellency Kolinda Grabar-Kitarovic accepted to lecture at the WBA Business School. Madam President, thank you very much again for accepting this role. She will deliver business diplomacy for international entrepreneurship certification program. This is the first time where the ambassadors, economy attaches, the council generals, and entrepreneurs will come together under one course. I think it will be very beneficial for entrepreneurs and for also foreign affairs ministry staff to understand the dynamics of entrepreneurship. Madam President was also the foreign affairs minister of Croatia before. Thank you very much again, Madam President. His Excellency Professor Ivanov is with us. Dear President, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for accepting lecturing at the WBA Business School. Professor Ivanov has a unique contribution to the world education. He has been running the Ivanov School of Young Leaders for many years, and it was a great honor for me to give a speech last Sunday in the 11th version of the school. And thank you very much, Professor Ivanov, for empowering the world economy through your leadership school. He is going to lecture the leadership for startup ventures in times of crisis. His Excellency Professor Ivo Josipovic joined us. Professor Josipovic, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your know-how and wisdom with WBA Business School's learners. He is going to lecture the ethical governance in entrepreneurial ventures. I think this is a very important issue. Especially in pandemic times, I think no need to talk about the ethical principles of entrepreneurial initiatives. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for joining us. Professor Zing, unfortunately, he is not able to join us now. He was parliament member of Singapore for 20 years. He is one of the first co-founders of the first unicorns of the world 20 years ago. And he is now chairing the Nanyang University's Corporate Venture Department in Singapore, developing strategies and transforming business models through innovation and entrepreneurship. This is the subject he will lecture. Thank you, dear Professor Zing, for accepting this role. And Professor Hikmet Bayrami, the Finance Minister of Kosovo. Professor Bayrami, thank you very much for joining us. I know you are very busy, but you promised to lecture for WBA Business School, the developing marketing skills for entrepreneurs, and we will be very excited to hear your insights during your lectures. I want to go one by one who are with us. Bülent Şenver of Turkey will lecture on ethics. Thank you very much, dear Şenver. Thanks so much. Modvena Rezmok will lecture for angel investment. Fadi Saab of Lebanon is going to lecture for non-executive board membership course. Dear Hans van Grieken of the Netherlands will lecture for technology operating models. Professor Rudy Arnott of the European Union, European policies on entrepreneurship policies. Dear Professor Arnott, thank you very much for joining us. Fabrice Testa of Luxembourg is going to lecture for business mentorship course. Ingrid Orozco of Mexico will lecture for women entrepreneurship course. Dr. Ingrid Vasiliou Felles of the United States will lecture for innovation courses. Katrin Redman of Germany will teach for design thinking. Antonio Rouge of UK will teach for innovation. Anna Maj of Poland will teach for fintech courses. Israel Pons of Mexico will teach for qualified startup course. Mariam Najafi of Iran will teach for qualified investment readiness course. Monder Kanfir of France is going to teach for startup assessment, and Dr. Sabur Khan of Bangladesh will teach entrepreneurship courses. I am thanking so much to all these distinguished faculty members for accepting these roles, and I am sure the world economy will benefit from the WBA Business School very much. And I am leaving the floor to Secretary General Kevin Hinn again. And I'm thanking you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.